What's up, everybody? It's your boy Magic here for RaceNews.com. Back for another edition of Dr. Miranda Previews. With me, as always, is my co-host, Dr. Miranda. How are you today?
Good. I brought in another special guest today, Sammy. She's probably not going to cooperate, but that's fine. I'm ready.
I see that. So on today's show, we're going to be looking at the Spinster Stakes at Keeneland on Sunday. This is a Grade 1 race for the Breeders' Cup winning year in for the Longines Distaff, and plenty of horses here that we are more than familiar with on this show. Dr. Miranda, take it away. Let's go through the Spinster field and then talk about who you're going to play.
All right. So this is a field of 6. I know it's pretty small compared to the past, but this field is set. There's a lot of older mares in here that are really good. And then there's actually a young filly who just wowed us in the Kentucky Oaks. And I just want to talk about each of them briefly and then talk about the picks in the end. So we're going to start off with the number 1, Saracosa, who just actually faced Monomoy Girl last time out in the La Troyen. I hope I said that right. And it was no match. She actually lost by 6.5 lengths. But in the past, she's been with good company and placed in races with Serengeti Empress, Dunbar Road. And she did seem to have a little bit of energy at the end of last race. So that's promising being a little bit longer. But when we go to the number 2, Ollie's Candy, this girl just keeps getting better and better. She ran 100 by her last time out. She even beat out Cece, who everybody loves. She got 4th at last year's Breeders' Cup Distaff, but she was behind Blue Prize, Serengeti Empress, and Midnight Bizu. She did lose last time out to Fighting Mad, but she was chasing her wide the entire time, and she almost caught her at the end. So with this race being a little bit longer, I think it's going to serve her well. The only thing that concerns me with Ollie's Candy, though, is you saw how easily Fighting Mad got beat last week to Harvest Moon. So in the back of my head, I was like, is Fighting Mad that good, or was the competition just not that great? So then we move on to the number 3, She Dares the Devil. This girl set a new record at Churchill Downs in the Oaks. This girl's performance was amazing. She beat out Gamine, who everybody thought was going to blow out Swiss Skydiver. She actually beat both of them, and she's gone 3 for 3. And her workout partner in the morning is none other than Monomoy Girl. I heard that they're working out together every single morning, and they're actually both doing great, even though Monomoy Girl just plays around most of the time because she knows she's the GOAT and nobody can beat her. This girl is facing older competition for the first time, but I don't think that's really going to be a huge factor here. The number 4 horse is Our Super Freak. Brian Hernandez is actually flying down from Pimlico that night after riding Art Collector in the Preakness just to ride this girl. She's done very well under the new trainer, and she even finished ahead of She's a Julie 2 times out. I just don't know if she really loves this distance, this 9 furlong. I don't know if this is really her niche. So that brings us to the number 5, Valiance. This girl switched to the main track last time out after a lot of rain. She didn't disappoint, though. She got her Beyer career of 93, and then when you have Todd Pletcher and Louis Saez, you can never count them out. If she can stalk the pace like she did last time out, I think she could be a good price and actually come across on the board. And the last horse, that brings me to Lady Kate. This horse did finish right behind Monomoy Girl last month. She's won 2 out of her last 3. But the talk about the Oaks, I honestly think Monomoy Girl was just playing around and just running the race. So I don't think that really has too much to tell with that race. Lady Kate did get 2nd, but I just don't think that Monomoy Girl was really trying because she knows that she's going to win. So that brings me to my picks. I believe that this race is going to play out very fast. I think our Lady Kate, Our Super Freak, and She Dares the Devil is going to go right up to the front. But I think that She Dares the Devil is going to burn them out, just like she burnt out Gamine last time out. So that gives Valiance and Ollie's Candy a chance to come from behind and pass in the stretch. So on top, I'm going to pick She Dares the Devil. You're probably not going to get a great price on her at all. But in the exacta box, I want to put her on top, and then underneath, I want to put Ollie's Candy and Valiance. I'm actually hoping that Valiance comes across and beats Ollie's Candy, because looking at her odds right now, she's a whole lot better than what Ollie's Candy is going to come out to be. And then in the trifecta box, I want to have the same 3 horses with She Dares the Devil on top, but I want to add in Lady Kate.
It's tough when you have 6-horse fields to try and find value, because with so few betting options, usually the horses that are favored are usually pretty top heavy. But you've had some success with that in the past on this show, and like we said, this is a division that you're more than familiar with. So listen, I think you've got some great bets. My camera's freaking out because of how great the bets are. But listen, this is going to be a big weekend at Keeneland. There's the Breeders' Cup winning year action at Keeneland, at Pimlico, at Belmont Park. So go to racing.com, check all that out. Dr. Miranda, tell people where they can find you for all of your tips and picks and thoughts on horse racing?
It's at Miranda Buggy.
Perfect. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see everybody next week.